Hey everybody, this is Troy Saunders, and welcome to the BAAS Group Presents Listening Experiences for the Indie Artist Aficionado. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into the BAAS Entertainment Podcast. I'm Troy Saunders, if you didn't already know. Today, I have one of the baddest brothers in indie soul. His name is Lamone. And if you never heard him or heard of him, you are definitely going to be enlightened today, because this brother has been around since 2005, 2007, somewhere around that time. But we're going to get into the exact time when we speak with him. And to this day, I haven't heard a voice that can cover so many genres as his. I am honored to have him here today. And before we even talk to Lamone, I want to play a little track. And this is one of them songs that, make you want to groove your butt. And I think it's a good introduction song because it has a nice house beat. It's upbeat. And that's what this interview is going to be all about. It's going to be all about sharing love. And this is called Your Eyes. Check it out, yeah. Yeah. That's a bad groove right there, boy. But,
Thank you.
yeah, wait a second. Hey, I hear somebody in the background. Hey, let's introduce Mr. Lamone. Hey, man, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? What's going on, Mr. Troy and everybody at BAAS Entertainment? What's happening? What's happening?
Everything is good, man. I'm honored that you're here, that you agreed to have this conversation with me.
Honored to be here. It's a pleasure, man.
Oh, the pleasure's mine. So
I see you play one of my joints, Your Eyes.
Yeah.
In a minute. I haven't even sang it in a minute. Well, you know,
we need to put that back in there, man.
I know. Yeah, that's one of them jams that make you just want to.
Exactly.
You know. Shout out to Josh Milan, the great Josh Milan.
Yes, he's incredible.
He produced that track.
Incredible. You have some new stuff out, but before we get into that stuff, I want to go back a little bit.
Okay.
And I want to ask you, when did you first get started? Because I know I saw the first album in 2007, correct?
But yeah, 2000. Yeah, 2007. Yeah, Eclectically Speaking.
Yeah,
was the first official CD. Yeah. And I didn't know where I was going, what direction I wanted to head in. All I knew is I liked everything. I liked a little bit of pop, a little bit of soul, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of house. So I just threw it all on one CD and just made a gumbo. They called it Eclectically Speaking.
But you know what? That's what makes it good, because you dug back and you got some old pop songs up in there that you redid and stuff.
Yeah, stuff that I grew up listening to. Favorites like Steve Perry and
I love Steve Perry. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know.
And then I don't know where I was, because, you know, I'm a huge Chaka Khan fan. So I don't know where I was when you did You Got the Love. But I'm like, well, how come I'm just hearing about that now? You know?
Crazy. One of my favorite joints by Rufus and Chaka Khan. And I tried to, you know, put a little spin on it. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to go too far away from the original melody. Even though I had to bring it down a notch as far as the key, I can't sing in Chaka's range, but I kind of wanted to, you know, make it a little more edgy. So I, you know, put a little rock flavor to it. Yeah. You know, but yeah, that's one of my favorite Rufus and Chaka Khan joints.
Did she ever hear it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I would love to know what she thinks of it. You know, I know her catalog has been covered by just about everybody. So, you know, whether or not she heard little old Lamone do a cover, yeah, that'd be interesting to hear her thoughts on that particular cover.
I think she would have high marks for it.
I hope so.
She wouldn't be throwing you shade. I don't know why he tried to sing my damn song.
Hey, Chaka ain't known for biting that tongue. And, you know, get her in the right mood. She might be like, now why he go and do that? You know? with a few MFs and Bs on there, you know. Oh man, it's all love though. She's definitely an icon and a queen. So
yes,
and one of my musical professors.
Oh, mine too. Ever since I was a little kid, I would sit there and stare at the album covers and read all the notes and listen to all the songs and try to emulate and imitate. And
that one album cover with the lips, her sitting on the lip couch. Back in the day, I didn't know what I was feeling. I was like, whoa, what's this? If I'm supposed to be looking at this, is this a PG album cover? But, you know. The album is, you know, you're looking at that cover now, it's like, oh, that ain't nothing compared to what they're doing nowadays.
They get on the album.
Yeah.
They on the pole on the album covers now.
It's like anything goes nowadays. Yeah.
Okay. What happened to the mystery? A little bit of mystery now. Y'all just show everything.
Yeah. That might be the selling point now. Maybe we need to go back to, you know, mystery. Yeah. Everything is so in your face now. You know what I mean? Maybe the mystery is what's missing.
I agree.
In the industry, you know what I mean?
I totally agree, because I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah, you know, it's just everything's out there. Just throw it out there.
I have a 11-year-old daughter, and I'm like, oh my God, no, you cannot wear that. You can't come out with that, you know, but everybody else is doing it. So now, you know.
But Daddy, Cardi wore it. Nicki wore it.
You know? So now I'm looking like the bad
No.
guy. Like, oh no. We're not doing booty cheeks out and
No.
crop tops.
Not for 11 years old.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So no, not while you at this house.
No. While she's under your roof, there will be your rules.
Exactly. You will not be walking out like that.
Nah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I go to school and I see everybody doing it, but I'm like, But anyway, yeah, back to the music. So yeah, that cover, I was like, wait a second, I just heard that like last week. And I said, where the hell I been? Just like I just heard Ty Stevens, he has a song called Chaka.
Now I got to look for that.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know.
Well, he wrote all the lyrics.
I like Ty Stevens, so I got to look for that.
Yeah, he's bad. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be interviewing him after Dawn Tolman. Dawn Tolman is next.
That's
interview.
My musical sister right there.
I love her.
Yeah, so do I.
Singing sister.
Yeah, so she's singing all over my CDs. Like she's all over the background vocals, her and I. And You Got the Love, as a matter of fact, that's doing to myself.
See? And that's one thing I miss about albums. You have to wait till you have the artist to talk to them. You don't know who's doing what on stuff. Back in the day, you get the album, the who played what, who's singing background.
Listen, I bought many of cassette tapes and CDs just based off of the liner notes and looking at the back and seeing who the producer was. Because when I found out who the producer was, I knew, this is going to be a dope CD or a dope cassette.
Exactly.
I would look for names like Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Teddy Riley, L.A. Babyface. I would look for those names like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the bomb CD right here.
Exactly.
But, yeah, you don't get that anymore.
No. As a matter of fact, I'm just starting to recollect all my albums. So I'm collecting all my albums again.
Peebo, Tina Marie. Those are collector's items right there.
Okay.
Yeah, those are collector's items.
So I go all around looking for albums. Matter of fact, there's a place right in Brookfield, Connecticut. Geroso Records.
Okay.
Right on. If you go to Danbury to the Stu Leonard's.
Never been there, but now I may have a reason to go.
Yeah, if you go to
this record store
on Federal Road, oh my God, he has so much stuff in there.
Really? Yeah, okay. Some stuff I might need to go look for.
You can spend a day in there. He has so much stuff.
Just on vinyl?
On vinyl. That's all he does is vinyl. So
yeah, it seems like it's coming back, man. I hope it does. I love the vinyl sound, the authenticity of it.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up listening to was vinyl. The little suitcase record player I used to have when I was a kid. My first record was song by the Bee Gees called Night Fever.
Oh yeah.
The first 45 record I bought. And ever since then, I fell in love with the Bee Gees, which is why I covered one of their songs.
I love the Bee Gees. Me and my daughter, I be telling her.
How can you not like the Bee Gees?
Them some bad boys there, boy.
Singing. Those are singing brothers right there.
And producing and writing and.
Absolutely.
Shoot. So yeah, we listen to Bee Gees all the time around here.
Yeah.
We said, oh yeah, his Mickey Mouse voice. I was like, but shoot, he's singing in a high key, boy. He's up there.
Yeah, exactly. And you might hurt yourself trying to emulate and copy what he was doing because that's what I experienced in the studio trying to cover Too Much Heaven. Yeah. It was not easy.
No.
So shout out to Barry Gibb. Yes. His voice is one of a kind.
And then who was it? I was watching their story. I'm trying to remember what channel was that?
Was that the documentary?
Yeah, the documentary.
Oh my God.
And he was talking about.
That was awesome.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember what producer was it? Was it Arif Martin or I think it was Arif Martin. Told him he can hit that note.
Sounds about right.
Right. He said, hit that note. He said, I can't sing that high. He said, yes, you can. He said, I hit that note and it sounds so good. He said, I've been doing it ever since.
Just take a sip of this liquor over here and go on and reach for that note.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rest is what they say is history.
Yes. I mean, I sit up all night. I can watch documentaries on music all night long.
Man, listen, I go, sometimes I'm in the gym on a treadmill, just watching YouTube documentaries on different artists and just learning so much, about, things that they went through back in the day that's still relevant today. It's just, it's crazy how much has not changed, but has changed in the music industry. But yeah, I love musical documentaries as well.
Me too. I was watching that Questlove documentary on
Ooh, Summer of Soul.
Yeah. Oh
just watched it yesterday.
Was that incredible?
It just makes you wonder, it's like, okay, are you kidding me? You got all these top-notch, big-name artists. I mean, Stevie Wonder, Nina Simone, Sly and the Family Stone, Gladys Knight.
Yeah.
And they hid the footage. I mean, put it in a basement somewhere. It's like are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, I was sitting there watching that documentary like a student in class, just taking notes, mental notes on everything.
Stevie was playing the hell out of them drums.
Oh my God. And then just watching David Ruffin.
Yeah.
You know, me as a male vocalist, I love seeing guys like that, you know, back in the day, because that's where I pull from. You know, I pull from the old school singers, David Ruffin, the Al Greens, the Marvin Gayes and stuff like that. And when David hit that note, I was like...
and held it.
Ain't no background singers. Okay. I mean, that's him.
Just him.
It's like, woo! Yeah.
The talent.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what it was, talent.
And then the Mahalia Jackson and Mavis Staples.
Oh my God.
They brought tears in my eyes. I was like,
listen,
oh my God.
Seeing and hearing Mahalia and Mavis Staples together, I almost jumped out the bed. Like I had to rewind it at least a couple of times. I was like, yo, there was just too much soul in that moment. Too much. It was like overflowing with soul. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you can tell Mahalia was just she was so into it because she, you know, her Martin Luther King was so close. Yes. So she was still feeling his death.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It all just came out in that song, boy.
Yeah. And Mavis, just, you know, the raw, pure, the raspiness of her voice. It was just incredible. You know, it was just incredible. Yeah, I loved it.
That combination.
I'm definitely going to watch it again.
Yeah, exactly. But since we're going to go back, since we talk about history.
Okay.
Let's go back to that first album. I'm going to play one of the songs I really like off of that. Chills. I love that song. I like Chills, Intimately, Your Eyes. So I played the remix instead of the original version.
Right, and, right. That's okay.
What else? Sending a Rose.
Wow, okay.
Those are the songs.
So you named a good 4 or 5. So listen, usually nowadays, if you like 3 songs off the CD, you're doing pretty good.
I know. Well, you know what? You're doing good then, man.
Yeah. So you named a good 4 or 5 songs right there. So I feel honored.
You know, and that doesn't even include the ones that you have redone, like Foolish Heart and You Got the Love.
Right.
All that type of stuff. So
yeah,
I think you did a wonderful job on all those. So we're going to start off with Chills. Let some people hear your album from 2000, a few songs from 2007. And you know what? They still sound good today. You know, some things sound dated. There's nothing dated about it. Exactly.
Wow. That's good to know.
So here we go with Chills, y'all. Enjoy.
Cause I tend to lose my mind when I'm around you, baby.
that's just smooth.
I haven't heard that in a while, man. It's been a minute since I've heard that.
Take you back, huh?
Yeah, really. And it's so funny because I remember when I did that song, a lot of people thought that was Najee playing the horn, but it actually wasn't. That was Waterbury's own Marty Q.
Get out of here. Because I was going to ask you that. Is that Najee in the back?
Not on that particular song. Yeah, that's Mr. Marty Q out of Waterbury, Connecticut. Yeah.
Well, he did the damn thing because, he sounds good.
Yes, he did. He was blowing.
Okay.
He was definitely blowing. See? Chills. Wow. Yeah.
I was definitely going to ask you that.
Them notes now.
Yeah, you can.
I would probably have to drop that song maybe a half a step if I was to sing it out live.
So yeah, Chills. That was back in 2007. And the funny thing about it, I'm like, why did I hear this in 2007? Also, where was I? Because I'm like, usually I'm up on this type of thing. I'm like, I didn't hear this back then. And more recently, after hearing, your album Smooth, which made me go back and get into this other stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to a lot of people. Once Smooth dropped, a lot of people went back, and revisited Eclectically Speaking, which I'm glad because I could even kind of look at some of the streams on that album that have kind of gone up. And it's like, okay, I guess people are revisiting the older stuff because of the new stuff, which is good. I'm thankful and grateful. So, and back then I wasn't really savvy with social media and marketing and promotion, things of that nature. I didn't know. I just threw a CD out there and just thought everybody would buy it. I was selling it out my trunk. I was selling it at the gym, everywhere I could, but now you have more outlets of marketing and promotion that you can utilize.
But that's the funny thing about it, because in 2009, I started, this is when I started BAAS Group. And, it was the BAAS Group. Now we can call it BAAS Entertainment. But it was started it started in 2009. And it started in a little restaurant.
Really?
And I used to go there for happy hour.
That's what's up. And BAAS stands for?
Well, it started out as banging ass artists. Right?
Okay. Banging meaning good.
Right. Exactly.
We just want to clarify what that means. Banging ass artists.
Right, because back in the day, I remember in Brooklyn, we used to say, oh, that was banging. That song was banging.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right. So yeah, let's call it banging ass artists. And
banging ass artists.
And all the artists that we spoke to, like China Black and Monet and all of them, they was like, oh, we love that name. We love that name. I said, okay, so we're going to keep that name. But what happened, I went to Chase to try to open an account. Open up a business account. They said, you can't use that name. I'm like, why not? So we changed it to BAAS.
BAAS. Listen, I feel privileged and honored to be a banging ass artist.
And, we had T-shirts made, risque T-shirt. Are you banging? Right. We had T-shirts made that said, are you banging? And then,
definitely a conversational piece.
Right. And another one says, I'm banging. One says, I'm banging. And one says, are you banging?
Right.
So, but anyway, that all started back then. And we had showcases. I think the first showcase we had was with Abby Dobson. You remember her?
Okay.
Yeah, so Abby Dobson.
I remember the name. I never met her, but I remember I have heard the name before.
And it just grew after that. Angela Johnson came in, Gordon Chambers, and
love them both. I did a showcase with them years ago. Angela and Gordon Chambers, who's an awesome writer. Both of them.
Yes, I love them. And then China came in and sang her face off, and
yeah, she does, as she always does.
As she does. And Trina Bashad.
Oh,
she came up.
Love her.
Oh my God,
love Trina Bashad.
Yes, when she came, Allison Williams. When Trina came up there,
Allison.
People were throwing shoes at the stage, and she had a cold. I was out there bringing her tea and all type of stuff. And it was her birthday.
But she's that dope that a cold ain't gonna stop them vocals.
No,
she's awesome, man.
Yes, she is. It was Trina and Rare. I did the Rasan Patterson background singers show. and to
sing the background for Rashawn, you better be dope.
Okay.
Or a banging ass artist. because Rashawn is that dope.
Yes, he's bad as hell. That's another one.
He's
love
definitely
him.
one of the brothers I admire. Definitely.
Yep. And matter of fact, Lorinda, Brown Baby Girl, she opened for Allison. So that was another bad show.
Brown Baby Girl. Wow, I haven't heard that name in years. I did a showcase for her in New Haven, Connecticut years ago.
And you know,
Yes.
I just saw the flyer for that, and I was like, "Where the hell was I?" That was around my time when we was doing this, and O Nuts was doing it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Oh nuts. Oh
Pam-
my God.
Pam and Detrell.
Pam and Detrell.
Yeah.
I love those ladies. I
Okay.
miss them so much because they really gave us independent unsigned artists a platform back in the day.
Yes,
You know, they really put us out there and opened us up to a lot of people who normally wouldn't see or hear us. So shout out to Detrell.
yes,
and
and Pam. Yeah,
I miss those ladies, man.
me
Wow.
too. Me too.
And that's where I met Brown Baby Girl. It was a showcase we did in New Haven. I think it was at Cafe 9,
Yeah,
I believe.
I just saw that flyer the other day, and I was like, you know, I'm doing my research, and I was like, wait a second. Pam and Detrell did this, and they had Lamone and Lorinda back in the day, and I'm like, where the hell was I?
Wow. I wish I kept that flyer, man. That's a collector's item.
Well, it's
Just to have, you know, just as a reminder of where I started, you know, wow.
Well, I saw a picture of it online, so you Google yourself.
So I guess I should go search for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see it and you don't find out, I'll do a Photoshop of it and send it to you.
Yeah, send it over so I can have it, man, as a collector's item and a reminder. Don't you ever get too Hollywood on the, you know.
Okay.
You started off singing in the bars and stuff, you know. Something to keep me grounded.
Matter of fact, Lorinda is doing something in Connecticut in October. They're doing a benefit show.
Really?
Yeah.
You know where?
I can get the information.
Yeah, when you get that information, slide that on over to the DM, or, you know, give a brother a call. If I ain't doing nothing, maybe I can stop on by.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was just, I'm trying to remember what is the benefit. Either way, it's in October. I can't remember the exact day.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm trying to tip on over there too and support.
That's what's up.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, the history is there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been honored to have worked with all those people. And I don't know how you slipped through. Because if I knew.
How did I slip through?
I don't know. I said, if I knew, shoot, you'd have been on the showcase too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But, you know, it's so funny because my manager, Miles, and shout out to Miles Anthony.
Matter of fact, Miles and I worked together back then.
He told me. Yes. He told me. Shout out to Miles and also Mr. J. Ross, who's also on my team.
Yes.
He's doing wonderful things.
Shout out
Jay's
Miles and Jay.
it.
Yeah.
Miles and Jay is killing it. They've done wonders for me as of lately. So just pleasure and, you know, thrilled to have them on my team, on my side.
Yeah. Jay.
But yeah, he told me a lot about you. So I'm assuming that's probably where you heard of me. Was it through Miles or was it just...
Oh, no.
Radio?
No, just me looking through stuff. And the first song I heard was Smooth. And,
really? Okay.
Yeah, that's the first song I heard.
The one with Najee.
Yeah, and I said, this boy is bad. So that made me go get the whole thing. And then I was telling my sister, Renee Melendez.
Oh, I love Renee.
That's my girl.
Her sassy self.
Right. I was like, girl, you ever heard this dude?
Renee be killing them on Facebook.
Don't you know?
She be killing them on Facebook. I love Renee.
She had a post yesterday talking about, now that I'm affiliated with a record label.
I saw it. I was like, ooh, they got the vapors. I started playing Bismarck in my head. They got the vapors. I had to send her a shout out when I seen that post. I was like, whoa, Renee coming for him.
Yes, she is. I said, I'm going to call her and see what's going on with her. But yeah, she was, I called her up and I said, you ever heard this guy, Lamone? She said, yeah, that's my friend. What you talking about? I said, he bad. She was like, oh,
she said that?
Yeah, she said, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him.
What's up.
So
Thank you, Renee.
And that's when you and I. That's
Thank
when
you, Renee.
Right? Hey, Renee. Shout out to Renee Melendez.
Shout out to Renee Melendez.
That's my sis.
That's right.
So that's when she put me in touch with you. And then that's when we were talking about doing something in Connecticut. And he's like, Connecticut is lame. But not well.
Did I say that?
But I know what you mean, you know. But we don't worry about it. We're gonna bring some love to Connecticut and some
I love Connecticut. We have our ways. We have a habit of hopping on bandwagons instead of leading our own charge.
Right.
And I can say that because I'm from Connecticut and I love Connecticut, so I can criticize Connecticut on the stuff that we do here. You know?
I live in Connecticut now too. Sure, I live in Danbury, so I know. And
we have a habit of waiting until New York says it's okay or Massachusetts says it's okay. And when we got all this dope talent here, you know, we have our own set of DJs and artists and singers and musicians that are just crazy. Yes. I mean, they're just so dope, but you know, we don't really get the recognition that we deserve here. You know, people like to jump over us. You know, they go from New York, hop over Connecticut and go straight to Mass. I mean, we just legalized marijuana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was like that old uppity uncle or aunt in the middle of New York and Mass. And they looking at us like, what y'all waiting on?
Right. So, you know, maybe we can change a little bit of that in Connecticut.
Yeah, we got to.
We got to. Because, you know, that my wheels are spinning up in here right now. I'm like, shoot, I'm retired. I got a whole lot of stuff to do.
Yo, same here, brother.
You know?
Shout out to the retirees.
Let's
have a toast.
Yes.
Toast it up on the rock to the retirees.
I'm drinking water, though.
Not me. I'm drinking Cabernet Sauvignon.
Well, you know, that was my thing back in the day, but, you know.
It's that type of day, you know. It just rained and everything, so I'm real mellowed out. It puts me in writer's mode. It relaxes me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get to grab my pen and my pad and start doing my homework.
Well, it's definitely one of those type of days. But anyway, back to you.
Okay.
Now, we was talking about chills. I'm going to play, let's see. What is your favorite off that first album?
Come on, man. That's like trying to choose which is your favorite kid. I mean.
All right.
Off of the Eclectically Speaking album?
Yeah.
I can't choose one. I mean.
Oh, you know what I'm going to put on? I'm going to put on You Got the Love. That's what I'm going to put on.
Okay, yeah.
Let's put that on. Chaka, this is Lamone's version of You Got the Love.
This is my tribute.
Yeah, this is his tribute. And
paying homage.
I love it. You know, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't play it.
That's what's up.
Okay. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't even bring it up.
That's what's up.
So we're going to play this tribute to the Queen of Funk, Miss Chaka
Along
Khan.
with Rufus. We can't forget about Rufus.
No, we can't forget about Rufus, because without Rufus, there wouldn't have been those beginnings of Chaka, you know. So Chaka Khan and Rufus featuring Chaka Khan. Here we go. You Got the Love.
You know, you got this thing about you, the way you walk, the way you talk. I like the way you move.
You got the love I want, you got the love I need.
You really give me that vibe, you know what I mean?
You got the love I want, give me what I need. You got the love I want, you got the love I need. You got the love I want, give me what I need. Love me right. What's the matter with you? Hold me tight. Why must I tell you what to do? Smiling comes at no surprise. No surprise. Smiling, hiding lie. Why must I tell you what to do? Smiling comes as no surprise. No surprise. Smiling, hiding when I see in your eyes. You got the love. You got the love. To give me the strength. You got the love. To keep on living. Yeah. Whatever it is. Whatever.
Okay.
Yo, that might be one of the favorites off of that CD. I forgot. You know what's so crazy? There's a awesome amount of Connecticut talent on that song. First of all, you got Dawn Thomas singing background with me. She's barking at the end. I don't know if you know that.
I hear her.
That's Dawn at the end. You got Dawn singing background vocals and barking at the end of the song. You got Ron Lawrence from New Haven, Connecticut, killing the guitar. My man Smokey on the drums, Mark Moore on the bass. Yeah, they ate that. They ate that.
Shout out to Connecticut.
Connecticut artists came through on that one. Wow, I haven't heard that one in a minute either. Whew.
Hey, it's good to reminisce and go back and listen to it every so often.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that song too? I was real heavy into Lenny Kravitz at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I had the wild afro and everything, and people was always either comparing me to Lenny or Maxwell. One or the other. You know, it was like, I'm Lamone. Can I have my own identity? But but anyway, so I was real heavy into Lenny at the time, and I remember thinking to myself, how would Lenny do this song?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like where that heavy rock edge kind of came from.
I can hear that.
Just me. Yeah, it was just me, going into my Lenny bag. That's all that was. Yeah.
Well, you did a good job on it.
Thank you.
Sure. Let's go back. How did you decide that, you know what? I think I can make some money doing this. Did you always wanted to be a singer or just a writer or a producer or all of the above? And
Kind of all of the above. I mean, even as a child, I knew I was an artist, knew I was a creator. I love music, period. I just loved music. My parents always played it in the house. My father always played it in the car. My father would take me on drives to New Haven, Connecticut, to Cutler's record shop. He would buy all these albums, funk albums, jazz albums for my mother, bring them home, record them on a cassette tape, and put them in his Cadillac or Lincoln or whatever it was he was driving. And we would take drives to my grandmother's house. He would play these tapes of all the albums that he bought. And I would always find myself mimicking these artists from back in the day, all of them, whether it was a group, male, female, I didn't care who it was. I was mimicking the singer as they were playing over my father's system. And so I've always loved music, always wanted to sing, was afraid to as a child because, as a young Black boy, you don't want to be singing because, people want to make fun of you. Why are you singing? I had a high voice too. So, but once I reached high school and graduated, I was like, yo, this is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I love to sing. I know I'm an artist. Everybody else was going to college for this and that. People going to college for engineering and carpentry and everything else they was going to school for. I knew I wanted to be an artist and a singer. In Connecticut, we didn't have any type of art school at the time that I knew of,
Right.
in my town of Waterbury. So, I ended up going to community college for like 1 year, thinking, it was like, well, what the hell? All my other friends are going to school, pursuing their dreams. I still didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do music, but I felt like I had to continue my education and go to school, thinking that was the right thing to do, not realizing that ain't even what you love because you don't even like school. You know what I mean? So, and what happened was I used to go to a lot of festivals and of things of that nature here in Waterbury at the parks. And I used to watch like a lot of local artists and singers perform at these festivals. And I used to just, dream, wish I could be up there doing the same thing that they were doing. And, I started asking around, I used to look at the different musicians and stuff. And I came across a guy named Carnegie Clapp, may he rest in peace. He was an awesome musician here in Waterbury, Connecticut. He was a keyboard player, piano player. And he took me under his wing. I went to him one day and I just asked him, I said, listen, I want to sing. He was like, well, can you sing? I was like, I don't know. I think I can, So he was like, all right, well, won't you come down to this community center on such and such day and I'll see what you got. So I was like, oh, all right. Went down to the community center. I think I sang the original version of It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. Remember that song, that old school song that everybody used to sing at funerals and stuff? So I think I sang a little bit of that. And he was like, okay. And he took me under his wing. He was like, yeah, you can sing, you got a little something, but you got to learn how to stay on key and things of that nature. So I was like, key, what are you talking about? Like, what does that even mean? And he would show me things on the keyboard. He was like, this is where you want to be. And you got to follow the chords and the notes. And he taught me a lot. God rest his soul. His name was Carnegie Clapp.
Wow.
And I ended up joining his local band. He used to do a lot of showcases around Waterbury, Connecticut. At the time, I think I was maybe, I don't even know if I was even 21. I might have been 20 or just turning 21. Like just legal to get into the club or the bars. But I would just go there just to perform in his showcases. And scared as hell, I was a nerd. I still am, I own my nerdism. But back in the day, I was just, really thin, really skinny. But I knew I wanted to sing, and I love music. So, and I sang, and I got a good reception from the crowd, and I've been hooked ever since. Basically, I just, I was like, oh, okay, I guess people like this and they like what I'm giving, and I used to listen to a lot of criticism and, a lot of advice from different people on what I could do better, what I was doing, what I wasn't doing. I would watch other singers and try to, compare myself and, and make myself better. And that's just basically how it came about.
Wow. And you just said you was retired. Are you a retired correction officer?
Retired correction officer, lieutenant. Yes.
Yeah.
Did 20 years in the Department of Corrections in Connecticut. And it's so crazy how that happened because, again, back in the day, going back 20 years, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just, working at the time. I was working for FedEx. I was a FedEx driver. I had that job for like a year. Why? It was like, because it's a 20 and out job. You do 20 years and you're retired. It's hazardous duty, which means they're going to pay you for the rest of your life. I was like, word? And you're going to have medical benefits for the rest of your life. Word? So I was like, oh, okay, I think I could do this. You know what I mean? So I took the test. And I'm like, they're not going to hire me. But lo and behold, I killed the physical agility part. Like I really trained for it in the gym, and I went hard. And I killed the physical agility. Long story short, state of Connecticut called me while I was working for FedEx. Took the job, started at Hartford County Jail. I hopped around the state. I went from Hartford to like Cheshire. I did transportation for a while. Went to Garner in Newtown, which is like a mental health facility. Then ended up going right back to Cheshire as a lieutenant, a supervisor, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then I retired as a supervisor as soon as COVID hit. Soon as COVID hit, I had my 20 years in. And it was like God saying, Lamone, get out. You're done. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Go on and get out. Take your benefits and run. And that's what I did.
That's almost how it happened with me. I used to work for New York City Transit. And, the past 10 years, I've been commuting back and forth. Mm-hmm. And I came home on March 13th and everything was in the fan with, COVID and stuff. And not only did we have our daughter, but we was also fostering a 2-year-old. And she was in our home also. So my partner's like, you can't go back to the city. And I'm like, but this is my job, He's like, no, you're not going to go there, get sick, bring it back to us. Everybody, nobody knows what's going on. Thank God we did have a foster child because I was able to take that time. They give you time to FMLA.
Right.
When you have a newborn or a foster child. So I was able to take the time that I had up into June to decide what I was going to do and still get paid.
Okay.
So I stayed home, and June came. I called my job. I said, all right. They said, when you coming back? Because your FMLA is up. I said, well, what if I got to stay home with my child? What you want me to do? They said, well, you can stay home. You just won't get paid. Ooh. So I said, well, I'm not going to get paid. What happens if I leave now? I said, I'm only a few months short of my, retirement. I post-retire in like 8 months from 8 months from the time that I called them is when I really was supposed to retire. So I said, I'm only 8 months short. What happens? I said, do I keep my medical? They's like, yeah. I said, well, I get paid for all my sick time and all that type of stuff? Yeah. I said, and whatever vacation days I have left? Yeah. All right. Bye.
It's a no-brainer.
I said, there's no need for me to stay then. I'm out of here.
It's a no-brainer.
I just had to wait I just had to wait that 8 months to get my pension. But I don't care. I was home. And I got my coins. Why not
go home and do what you love?
Exactly.
What you love to do. You know what I mean?
And it was the best decision I ever made.
Absolutely.
We're going to get back to the music.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's put on Smooth, since that was the first song that caught my attention. And that's when there's a note that you hit on there. I said, oh, yeah, you know, he likes Chaka. I can tell by that note. And Smooth.
Now, I forgot what note that was. Let me hear it so I can remember.
Okay. I'm not going to try to imitate it right now because I know I'm rusty.
All right.
If I was good, I was like, this note right here. But I'm not going to do it and make myself sound bad right now. Here we go. Smooth.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Smooth yet rough, girl, you so tough thinking.
Nice and smooth.
How you caught my bluff? Give me you, give me all that you got. Make it flow, make it hot.
Ooh, you're so sweet, you're like honey, and I'm the bee. You're the kind of lady. You give me all I need, and I wanna say you're so smooth. You're smooth like what right into my soul and back, just the way that I like it, yeah. Smooth. They know you love it, I can't resist it. I can't resist the love you're giving Ooh, you're like candy, so let me be your baby. And I wanna taste your love, not afraid, baby, there won't be no babies. And I wanna say, you're so smooth, you're so smooth. The way I like it, yeah. Ooh. I can't resist the love you're giving me. Such a rude and sexy kind of lady. I like the way you play. Oh, baby, you're so smooth.
Yeah. You know what note I'm talking about now, right?
Yes, I do. It's funny. Wow. It's it's interesting how, all these people that I've listened to over the years, growing up, every now and then it's almost as if one of them will pop out of me. You know what I mean? Like you said, like you caught that Chaka reference. It's like, okay, I had a Chaka night in Tunisia moment right there. You know, but then there's other times I'll have an Al Green moment. You know,
I hear a little
Marvin
Prince
moment.
sometimes, and Marvin. I say he's the baby of soul. That was it. Baby of soul.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's just every now and then they all just pop out of me.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, boy. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and shout out to Najee blowing the horn at the end.
Yes, he did a thing.
You know what's so crazy? Like we got like a good, I think I want to say 5 or 6 joints that we've done together, you know, on not only on my projects, but on his as well. So Najee and I could probably do a whole set of songs that we've done together, you know, at a show.
And how did that collaborate? How did that collaboration come about?
You know how that happened? It's funny you say that because producer extraordinaire, Grammy nominated producer Chris Davis was working with Najee at the time on his My Point of View CD. But he was also working on stuff for me. He was working on, you know, some songs like On the Rocks and things of that nature. I forget what other songs, but one of the songs he actually had for me was a song called Falling in Love. And it was just a beautiful love song that he had me write to. But the funny thing, I'm sorry, that's a gnat flying around trying to get in our interview. I'm outside, by the way, as you can see.
I can see.
Yeah. So that song, Falling in Love, Chris gave me that song and he wanted me to write to it. But at the time he had Najee in the studio working on his CD. Najee heard the song and loved it. He fell in love with it. And Najee was like, wait a minute, hold up. Who's this song for? And how come you ain't giving it to me? So, you know, I'm embellishing a little bit, but long story short, we came to a happy medium and Najee was like, well, why don't he just sing that song on my project? That'd be a great way for me to introduce him. You know, and so that's how that happened. The song ended up being featured on Najee's, I believe, 2007. Was it 2005?
Was it 2007?
Ooh,
I'm going to look it up.
Okay,
now.
we might have our dates mixed up because I think maybe it was. Maybe it was 2005 or 7. I can't really remember, so don't quote me. But it ended up on his My Point of View CD. And it was song number 3 called Falling in Love. And that's how that came about, the relationship between Najee and myself. And it was just basically of, you know, one hand wash the other. Like, you know, right after that song, he pulled me out on his tour to promote that CD, My Point of View. At the time, I was still working for the Department of Corrections.
Wow.
Yeah, I still had my job. So I was like, yo, I ain't going to be able to do the whole tour with you. He was like, no, that's fine. He was like, I understand you have a job and everything. Maybe you can just do certain dates, like spot dates. I was like, word. And if you know anything about Department of Corrections, how they operate with the state, you can do swaps here and there. You know, like you can have someone work for you and you pay them back.
Right.
You know, but a lot of times, you know, a lot of the dates that Najee would give me would fall on my days off. But if they didn't, I had officers that would help me out and they would do swaps for me because everyone at the job knew what I did. It was no secret. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he took me to places like Turks and Caicos, the Cayman Islands. We went to Florida a couple of times. It was like a lot of warm tropical climate places.
My kind of places.
Yeah, you know. And so that's how that went about. I ended up becoming a featured artist on his tour, you know, his featured vocalist. And I can't thank Najee enough for that because it taught me a lot. It opened me up to, you know, bigger audiences. You know, it put me through a lot of training, you know, how to work and be comfortable in big crowds, big audiences and things of that nature. Because at the time I was used to performing in clubs and bars, you know, so Najee opened me up to festivals, jazz concerts, things of that nature. and that audience is, they welcome me with open arms. So I'm just forever grateful to the smooth jazz audience and crowd.
Well,
and to Najee.
Yeah, shout out to Najee. I remember one time, where was I? I was in Billy's Black, in Harlem.
Yeah.
And Najee was there. And it was his birthday.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember why we were all there for something. And Adrian, the owner of Billy's Black, she said, Troy, why don't you say happy birthday to Najee? I'm like, why you pick me to say happy birthday?
Because you can sing.
So I sang happy birthday. He's like, well, thank you, but, I would prefer to a woman singing it. I said, I know, right? She put me on the spot. So
don't you hate when people do that?
Don't
you hate when people do that? They put you on the spot to sing happy birthday to a dude.
Right.
It's like, okay, this is kind of awkward.
Right.
But getting back to Smooth, that particular song is so funny because when I did that song, I was listening, I was trying to get Najee to kind of go back to his Bet You Don't Know What's Going On days. Yeah. Because I love that song by Najee.
Yeah,
and I used to always love when he played it on the tour. It's like, I'd be backstage jamming to Bet You Don't Know What's Going On.
Bet you don't know what's going on. They had to repeat.
Yeah, And so I was like, okay, I want to get Najee back to that R&B type of vibe, that hip hop type of vibe. So when I did Smooth, that's kind of where I was going. I was like, I was kind of trying to mirror, the whole Bet You Don't Know type of groove for Smooth.
I remember when I first heard Najee, I was in the Marine Corps. I'm like, oh, this guy is bad. That was like 86 or something like that when that came out.
Yeah.
This guy is bad. Yes, he was, boy.
he was our Kenny G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was, and no disrespect to Kenny, but when Najee, it was like, yo, this the dude right here,
You ain't lying.
Najee had he had that vibe, that swag about it,
Hey, it was just smooth. Everything was like butter. I'm sorry, I'm sitting there. I'm looking for Falling in Love. So you know what? Since we're talking about it, we're gonna play that. Falling in Love. Najee featuring Lamone.
Didn't mean to make you cry. Never meant to make you sad. I apologize for treating you that way. But there's something that I really need to say. I thought you were in my
that's sweet. you, that reminds me of a Phil Perry type thing. You know, I can hear Phil Perry doing that also.
I can hear Phil killing it,
Okay.
like eating it, just ripping it to shreds. Another one of my favorite singers.
Okay, that boy.
Absolutely.
Oof, that man can sing.
Oh yeah, Phil yeah. When he acts, you don't want to follow.
Okay. Because he going to burn the stage down.
Yeah, you better come with an extinguisher or something.
Okay.
Because yeah.
But I love that, man.
Thank you.
And the thing about it, you know, that CD is hard to find now for some reason.
Is it really?
I've been looking for it. I'm like, why can't I find this anywhere? I even looked on,
Well,
like,
I mean-
I'm even try to download it on iTunes or something like that, and then
I was
Spotify.
gonna say Apple Music. Yeah, they should have it.
I don't know why it's not popping up.
Well, you know, he got so many, so
Well, you
but,
know,
that one is definitely one of my favorites because I'm on it.
of course, shoot. Matter of fact, I wind up getting it on YouTube. That's how I wind up getting a version of the song. You know, if you can't find it on Apple or Spotify, YouTube will
Just
have
go to
it.
YouTube. YouTube got it. YouTube got it. They even got some stuff that you don't want them to have.
Okay.
Performances you don't even want them to have.
You ain't lying, boy.
Oh my God. Everywhere. People got cell phones catching everything. Capturing the notes you don't even want them to capture.
Right.
It's like, oh man.
And then they put it out there. I'm like, why did you do that?
Automatic, it goes instantly from the phone straight to YouTube.
Yep.
You look out to the audience nowadays, all you see is phones. You don't even see faces. You just see people holding up phones like this.
So, really?
Are you watching me or you watching?
Yeah, I don't get that. See, when I go
I
to
might as
show,
well just perform for YouTube, yo.
when I go to a show, I want to hear what's going on. I want to hear the instruments. I want to hear, you know, you're distracted holding that phone.
We missed that connection
Yeah.
between the artist and the audience member, looking into the eyes, you know what I mean? Now we're looking into phones.
Yeah.
You understand?
And you up there taking selfies or something. You know?
Yeah. Times have definitely changed, my brother.
You know?
But, you know, you either move with the times or you get left behind,
Yeah. You ain't lying on that one.
you know?
So let's do another song off Smooth.
Okay.
Let's see.
Which one are we going to now?
Let's do Rearview Mirror.
Rear view mirror. That's a good one. That's a conversation piece.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
All right, here we go, y'all. You know, if you haven't heard of the Smooth album or
Mhm.
eclectically speaking, or even anything new, Born to Be King, if you haven't heard any of this stuff, please go out and get it. Support independent artists. Support
Please
Lamone,
do.
because it is worth it. His music is worth it.
Please
You know?
do, because that streaming is a con.
Yeah, I know. So, you know, go on and buy it. You know, if you can purchase it somewhere, purchase it. So
Please.
we are going and we're going to play Rearview Mirror. You know, check this one out, y'all. I love this song.
Don't act surprised when I pull you on you and give you what you're giving to me. But I'm not surprised, 'cause you've been acting real brand new. It doesn't take a blind man to see. I'll be blessed with so much better. Who knows? So much better. Who knows?
Forget the past, I'ma do what I gotta do. See, that's the reason why I no longer rock with you. You're too busy dwelling on the past. That's why I pack my bags, you can kiss my ass. I'm trying to focus on moving ahead now. With all due respect, I'm taking my bow now. Still in all, I'ma wish you the best. Maybe this is the test, so for now, be blessed.
I'll be blessed with so much better. Release some stress, feel so much better. No reverse, not going that way now. I'm moving forward, no looking back now. Goodbye. You can do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Put it all in my rearview mirror. So long. Do it all, it's been real with you. Baby girl, I'm not mad at you. Got it all in my rearview
Yes, yes, yes. Another smooth, bad song. I love it. You write most of the lyrics on your songs, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So do you draw on personal what's going on in your life, or sometimes it's just something that you feel somebody else needs to hear?
Combination of both. Combination of both. Sometimes it's personal experience, and a lot of times it's other people's business or experience. It ain't always about me. Sometimes
Okay.
it's other people's stuff that I hear.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I can write a song about that.
Right.
I think everybody can relate to that.
Okay.
But Rearview Mirror is a song. First of all, it was a track that was given to me by one of my friends, great DJ out of Waterbury named Vic Little. He gave me the track, and I was like, yo, this is a bop. Like, how can I freak this and flip this? So I brought the track to the beach. Anybody who follows me on social media, they know I like going to the beach. That's like my other office, my happy place. I go there, I zone out, and I do a lot of writing sometimes at the beach. And it just came to me. I was like, that song, I was pulling from a place of putting stuff in the rearview mirror and the past. Let the past be the past, whether it's a bad relationship, a bad friendship, or just anything that's toxic in your life, put it back there, move forward, and don't look back. Is the reason why the objects in the mirror become smaller as you move forward.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, I mean.
You know what? That's a good analogy.
Yeah, and so that's basically where the inspiration for that song came from. Just moving forward. I think anybody can relate to something like that, putting something in your past, moving forward, and leaving it right back there where it belongs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what Rearview Mirror is all about.
Hey, I get that. When I heard it, I said, you know what? That is relatable.
Yeah. And it's so funny because at the time I was writing that, I don't know if you can hear the resemblance, or like Neo was killing the charts.
Yeah.
At the time. And I was like, this dude, it's like, if you ain't got something that sounds like a Neo or Chris Brown, or, one of these young cats. And I was like, what do I have that can rock it? I was like, oh, all right, I'm going to throw Rearview Mirror out there, but I'm going to give it that swag that, that everybody's feeling right now, and that's the inspiration that I pulled from,
I think you
shout
accomplished
out to Neo
that.
because I'm a fan. Yeah,
shout
I'm
out.
definitely a fan.
Shout out to Neo.
I love Neo.
Yeah, he's bad.
One of our new generation's brilliant, great writers and producers.
Yeah,
I wish I could do a song with Neo.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
putting it out there. Neo, call a brother.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, we're going to move on up into 2021.
All right.
And
Let's do that.
Let's do what you earlier this year you came out with Born to Be a King.
Ooh.
That has been
Yeah.
a lot of people's favorite. You know,
Really?
yeah,
That's a good. I hope so.
I think so. I think it's something that people needed to hear. There's people who were looking for music that spoke to what was going on in this country at the time, and a lot of people, you know, started bringing out that type of music, which I was looking for years. I'm like, I'm tired of this light in the ass music where you're all just talking about money and what you got and having sex. And what about how you really feel about things that's going on? How about really feel, what do you really feel is going on in your life? Not the superficial stuff.
Right.
So,
I mean, first of all, you know, like I said before, you know, me being such an admirer of artists, old school artists like, you know, your Marvin Gaye's, your Stevie Wonders, your Nina Simone's,
yeah.
Aretha Franklin, you know, how you gonna be a fan of those artists and not be as, you know, as brave as they were and talk about what was happening at the time? Because that's what they did.
Yeah.
You know, they really talked about what was popping off during the civil rights movement of that generation back then. And so here we are today, years later, basically still going through the same crap. So I'm like, I'm sitting at home, you know, during this pandemic, you know, watching the news, social media, and just seeing everything that's going on. You know, cell phones are capturing everything nowadays. And it just really felt crazy. It was almost as if I felt as though Black men were being targeted. I was like, what's going on out here? Like, yo, something's not right. And the crazy thing is like, I know we've always been feeling like this, but it's never been documented or recorded like it is being nowadays, because everybody's walking around with a cell phone.
Yeah.
And they're recording this stuff. And it's like, see, we're not crazy. Like, this stuff is really happening. So Born to Be a King was basically my letter to America from my perspective, coming from the Black man's perspective. And it was like, yo, listen, this is how we feel.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all hate us? Like, I don't understand, like, you know, and I just had to really put that out there and remind brothers, like, listen, I know, you know, they always talking about Black girl magic, but don't get it twisted. We brothers, we some magic too.
Yeah,
we
right.
are we as a people, we are magical people. You know, we are trendsetters. You know, we set the bar so high, you know, and I just really felt like I needed to say something as a Black man and just remind us that, listen, keep your head up.
Yeah.
We are special people. If we weren't, then people wouldn't copy us. Speaking of which, that documentary I just watched on Netflix, you know, High Off the Hog, it was awesome. It just goes to show you the influence that we as a people have on this country. And I felt like the song Born to Be a King, I had to remind us that we are kings. We are special. You know, don't get it twisted. I mean, I know society wants to, you know, paint another picture about us, but nah, you know, every day you wake up, you got to realize that you are blessed. And, you know, you have to really put yourself on that pedestal and, you know, and remind yourself you are a king.
Yeah.
You know, you got to feel like that.
Yeah,
because if you don't feel like that, ain't nobody else going to treat you that way. They're not going to, you know, give you that respect. So, exactly. That's basically where that song came from. That was my letter to America.
Well, you know what? I think African Americans, I don't know about the rest of America, Black men and women really gravitated to it. And I think up to date, I think this is one of your most popular songs, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
glad. So that means it did what it was supposed to do.
You know, if I go and look at the ratings on Spotify and all those other places, that this song shows as your number one listened to song.
That's what's up.
So I think it definitely hit the mark, and it did what it was supposed to do, and let's hope it continues to do.
Absolutely.
Let's not have it stop now. Let's just keep on going. You know, to me, this is a classic and should be put in the vault with the rest of the classics.
That's what's up.
So here we go.
Appreciate
people.
that.
Hey, no, I appreciate it. I'm glad you spoke up and, you know, giving us music to live by. So here we are, Born to Be a King.
Be a king.
By Lamone.
1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna send this one out to all the brothers of the world. I got something I want to say.
Just like life, still alright. 'Cause I am wise enough to know, even though I'm born to be a king, I ain't strong enough to handle everything that comes my way. Yet through it all, still I rise, born to be a king. Getting lost for this magic, so they go and copy my magic. Why they wanna take all my magic away from me?
I'm amazing. I am strong, but I've been down much too long. Lock me up, encage me, steal my crown in glory.
You know, I often wonder why society is so afraid of me.
Why so scared of me, but they won't steal from me.
Enough to know, even though I'm born to be a king, I ain't strong enough to handle everything that comes my way. Yet through it all, still I rise, born to be a king. Getting lost for this magic, so they go and copy my magic. Why they wanna take all my magic away from me?
Got my hands up. Please don't shoot. Please don't kill me. Too much to lose. When they see us, they fear us. Conversations to be discussed.
Is it really truly out there for me?
Why you scared?
Fascination of
Why you so scared of me? But you won't steal from me.
enough to know, even though I'm born to be a king,
I'm still a man,
enough to handle everything
but I know I am strong, and still I rise. Like my man Kenny Burke said, keep rising to the top, yeah. Don't you let nobody stop you.
like life, still alright. Born to be just like life, still alright.
Yes. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes. We were born to be kings, y'all. Hey, you there?
Better believe it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe it, anybody else gonna believe it.
Okay. One thing I can always say that, you know, I'm blessed that my parents always instilled that in me. You know, you just keep your head up. You was born to be a king.
Yeah.
You strong. Don't be walking around with your head down. You know?
Right, exactly.
So, you know.
I mean, not to say you're supposed to walk around being conceited
No.
or arrogant, but there's a big difference between, conceit and confidence.
Yeah.
You got to walk around with your head held high, because there's a lot of people that don't want us to walk around with our head held high. They want us to walk around like this.
Exactly. But now there's another song that just came out. Matter of fact, you got a few songs out. I hear a couple of house
I'm trying
remakes.
to keep people interested, man. I'm just throwing stuff out there. They like they say, you only as good as your last hit.
Hey,
So,
but you just keep them coming, and I love it. And all
I'm
of them are
trying.
bad. All of them are bad.
Appreciate it, because you know, people don't have to like them all, you know. But I'm glad that people are embracing them, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, you got girl. You need to change your mind.
Yes.
You know,
Shout out to Josh Milan again. Josh
Yes.
Milan was the one who suggested I remake that old school joint by Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah.
Who is, you know, come on, is
Yeah, his falsetto's ridiculous also. So
listen. Whenever I went to Josh's house, he was like, I want you to remake Eddie Kendricks' Girl, You Need to Change Your Mind. I was like,
are you trying to kill me?
well, not even just that, but D'Angelo had just killed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Josh, like, not only you want me to fill Eddie's shoes, but my man D'Angelo just like rocked it. He was like, yeah, but you Lamone.
Right. Put
So
your
I
own
was like,
spin on
oh,
it.
all
Okay. Okay.
And when I heard the track, I was like, yeah, we could rock with this.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, shout out to the great Josh Milan
Yeah.
who killed that track.
You know, it's funny how everybody that I've been interviewing has done a little something with Josh, from China, Dawn, you know. Renee
that
talks
dude.
about Josh all the time, you know. So, yeah.
He is that dude. Seriously, Josh, I love his musicality.
Yeah, me
And the
too.
way he thinks and the way he, you know, he structures his chords. He's so musical. That's what I love about Josh. And Josh will take you places musically that you didn't expect to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll hear him do things in certain chords. It's like, really? Oh, okay. And then it sparks something in me vocally, you know? So, yeah.
And
He's
something new,
brilliant.
something new that you probably didn't even think of doing before,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
which keeps it fresh.
Keeps it fresh. But he's got that ear. He hears things. It's like, whoa. I like that, you know?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to debate. Am I going to play that now that we mentioned it? You know what? Let's play a little bit of it. We don't have to play the whole thing, but we're going to play a little bit of it.
Right, let's play a little bit.
And then we're going to go into You Complete Me. You got also I Write the Song for You, little Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute up in there too.
Yeah.
I mean, you working it, man. So,
I'm trying to make it do. I'm trying to cover all bases and grounds, man.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm honored. I'm glad, because that gives me more good music to listen to. You know,
That's what's up.
I give it to Jay also, because Jay is keeping my ears open. He's always sending me out some stuff. Hey, this is new. This is new. This is new. This is new. This is new.
Jay Ross has a very good ear.
Yeah.
Very good ear.
Yeah.
When it's good, he gonna tell you it's good. He knows.
So I've been checking out what he's sending out, and most of the time I'm like, yeah, I hear that, Jay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Okay.
cool. I'm going to check that out.
Right.
So here we go with Girl, You Need a Change of Mind.
Change your mind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
want to do one of the most Chaka Khan endings where she's still hollering at the end and you fade it out. Like, why y'all cut that off?
Man, Josh had me barking at the end of that song. It was so funny because I was so comfortable at the time when I was recording that song, you know. And at the end, I was just in a zone, just, you know, I'm thinking I'm just warming up, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just warming up. I'm just going through the motions. Josh is recording everything. So at the end, I'm like, all right, I'm ready. He's like,
it's done.
Yeah, but like we got. I'm like, yo, I was just, you know. He was like, no, all that stuff you was doing, I want that. I'm like, I'm just warming up, playing around. Yeah. So I got to remember that next time I go to Josh's studio.
Okay, when you warm it up, he's being recorded.
Yeah, he's recording everything.
But that's when you get the best stuff, probably, when you're not really thinking about it.
Woo!
You know?
It's so crazy because we're our worst critics.
Yeah, we are.
Us artists, you know. Sometimes we hear things like, yo, why you kept that?
Right.
I I didn't want you to keep that. I was just playing.
I remember one time, you know, Patti LaBelle and Chaka Khan was on tour together. And I was in the front row sitting there. And Patty called me on the stage to sing. And
I was one of those.
Okay. And I was like, oh, no, she didn't. Right. So she called me up there. Saying, what song was it? Somebody Loves You, Baby. That's what we sang.
Oh, my God.
Somebody loves you, baby. Yeah, we were singing that. And I did my little thing, but you know, you don't even really know what you do. And sometimes you just do it.
You don't. Yeah. And you're so starstruck and in awe of her.
Right.
And she put that mic in your face and it's like, you better sing.
So I sang, and you know, the funny thing about it, a lot of people knew me in the audience because at the time, I think I was working to get Chaka Khan to star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all this other type of stuff. So the Chaka Khan fans knew me. They was like, "Say Troy, say Troy." And, you know, I got down and, you know, everybody was giving me high fives. And I was like, Mom, my mother was there with me. And I said, Mom, how was I? She said, oh, my God, you hear all these people clapping and screaming? I'm like, really? And then when I, you know, somebody recorded it and gave me the tape. And I listened to it back. I was like, oh, my God, I was horrible. I'm like, what the hell were these people clapping about? They should have been throwing tomatoes at me.
Man.
And then the funny thing about it, like a couple of weeks later, we was in Baltimore. And me, Mesa, and John Stanley was having dinner. And John Stanley was like, Mesa, did you know this boy could sing? She said, baby, you can sing? I'm like, yeah, all right. I think so. Yeah, I'm all right. You know, nah, he got up on the stage. I'm like, that tape sounded horrible to me, but if y'all thought it was good, thank you. But like you said, we are our worst critic.
We are our worst critics, bro. I'm telling you, I heard some stuff of me singing sometimes, you know, people record. I'm like, please don't play that for nobody else, please. You know, what was I doing? You know, I don't even know if I was even drinking or what. I don't know. But yeah, trust me, I know the feeling. Because we hear all the mistakes. For us, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I heard that back. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what are you talking about? Mom was sounding good. What were y'all listening to?
Yeah.
I was off and screechy and oh my God.
Yeah.
But you know, we are gonna I guess we're gonna do one more song.
Okay.
Let's play one more song.
Which one you got?
Let's do something new. Should we do You Complete Me?
I think so. That's the latest.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm promoting now. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna ride out on the newest something new.
Okay.
With You Complete Me. Complete Me. And I just want to tell you, thank you, man. Thank you for blessing this podcast.
Thank you as well.
And
thank you as well for having me.
Oh, please.
Pleasure.
Like I said, it's an honor. It's an honor.
Yeah, listen, same here. I'm just glad people even want to interview me.
Shoot, I don't see why you're not getting more interviews. You should be everywhere as far as I'm concerned. So if I can help.
We're working on that.
If I can help, let me know.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Well, you know I'm doing that. You know, like I said, when I first heard you, I called Renee up. I'm like, Renee, you heard Lamone? She's like, that's my friend. I'm like,
That's what's up.
I'm like,
Thank
you
you,
know,
Renee.
she's like, yeah. I said, well, tell him I think he bad as hell.
Renee's good people. Love her. She's so
Yes, she
down to
is.
earth
Yes, she is. Matter of fact,
and real.
yes, she'll let you know what she like, what she don't like, and she won't hold her
type
tongue
of
on it for
woman.
1 second. That's that.
My type of woman.
Okay. So I remember her mother and I were the ones that started the campaign to get Chaka Khan to star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wow.
And
Okay.
when her mother passed away, Renee said, you know, I still got to, you know, my mother would really want this to happen. So I'm going to join you. I'm going to help y'all. You know, let's do this all together. So she took her mother's place in helping us to get Chaka a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So when Chaka
Nice.
finally did get a star, we all went out there and partied and hung with Chaka and stuff. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
that matter of fact, that was a great time. Stevie Wonder, you know, Mickey Howard, everybody was up in there. Rasan, Layla, you know,
Yeah,
they had a
that's what's
bad
up.
after party.
All the Shakaholics were there except for me.
Yeah,
But hey, man, kudos to you for getting that started for her. You know, she definitely deserved it.
yeah, she did. She did. So anyway, we are going to ride out. And once again, thank you. And my best
Thank
of
you as
luck
well.
in everything that you do. And if you need me to help in any kind of way, and also I'm still processing this yearly festival, you know, in Connecticut.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to make it work. And
Make it work. Make it work. Make it happen.
Yeah.
You already know how to find me and reach me. So anything I could do to help, just call.
You got it. You got it. So here we go, baby. We're going to ride out with
You complete me.
You Complete Me. And of course,
Featuring Najee.
I said, of course, we got Mr. Najee on it, you know. So here we
And
go.
he's playing flute on this one.
Right, not sax.
Not sax, flute.
So check it out, y'all. And thank you, listeners.